Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just doing a bit of a check-in, seeing what's going on for you at the moment. We are noticing a bit of a focus on platonic energy this week, a lot of that stuff coming through. I will also check in on career and love, see what's happening. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. But I am using, this week we have the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. The Lenormand deck I have is Miamondo Lenormand. I also have the Money Moves Oracle deck and the Sweet Love Tea Oracle as well. Okay, so getting into it for you Aries. Aries, what's going on for our Aries? What does Aries need to know right now? The Tower card. Unplug and relax for a spell. That talks about social media, electronic stuff. There's a reliance on electronics. I don't feel like it's actually so much social media for you, Aries. It feels more like electronics and relying on some sort of electronics. For some of you, it may be more so, you know, because the next card I'm seeing, I'm getting the phrase doom scrolling. So it may not be social media itself. It may just be, you know, like being on your phone or device. You may not actually be interacting with anyone, but it's about, you know, putting it away, unplugging it, and you know, relaxing and doing things outside of electronic devices. So no PlayStations, no phones, you know, but I'm also getting a reliance on you know, just electronics in general for some of you here as well. So it may be sort of asking you, you know, to maybe this week cook it the long way. I'm getting like if you rely on only knowing how to cook a recipe using, you know, I only know how to do that properly if I'm using, you know, a blender, or you know, I can only cook this in the microwave. Learning another way, you know, doing things a bit more old school this week. Okay, not relying so much on the electronic device to do it all. So I don't know what that is specifically for some of you there, because it is referring to, you know, just unplugging the electronic stuff. It is telling me a personal example here. Last week my washing machine broke, and you know, I have a child who is very messy, dirty boy. But I ended up having to hand wash a whole load of washing. And I can tell you, it really gives you an appreciation for, you know, how much work a washing machine actually does in our lives, just in the day-to-day. It took me so long to do a load of washing, hand washing it. So maybe it's something just even along those lines, you know, if you've had a specific stain you've been trying to get out and it just won't come out in the wash, maybe you're going to have to do it the old school way and do it by hand. I'm just getting those sorts of things coming through with that randomly for you, Aries. But for a lot of you, it's just the devices, getting away from the devices, go and, you know, paint a picture or read a book instead of, you know, getting into that device. I'm an Aries moon, so I'm going to take that on board myself and read a book rather than device doom scrolling later. We do also have the Dragons card. Slay them all. That's about facing your demons. What is that? That's, once again, I'm getting a lot of different messages here. Some are quite specific. For some of you, it's alcohol or addiction issues. Not necessarily just drugs and alcohol addictions, but addictions to the devices, you know. Addiction to the doom scrolling, that kind of thing. having to sort of slay that demon, get back in control of yourself in some kind of a way. Face that thing that you've been avoiding facing. Clarify this energy for Aries, please. Clarify the dragon's energy. Clarify that first card. Is that a person? Clarify that first card. What exactly is that first card? See, the issue here, Aries, is I do have people in my life that are Aries. So sometimes I do get specific messages for them. So that's one. There is a specific message there, in amongst all of that for my ex, but I don't feel it necessary to share that with the collective. It's not a collective message, but the bulk of that message, we have the mountain coming through, clarified by the snake and the cross. All right, so this is an obstacle. It's somewhere in your life you have been deceiving yourself, kind of telling yourself one thing, even though you deep down know it's another, or that it's you're deceiving yourself that I don't have a problem with that, but you know deep down that this is a demon that you need to face or it's coming from, a demon that you haven't faced. It's an issue, an obstacle, a delay, a challenge, a blockage within you yourself that is coming from, denying that you still have issues around something here. For some of you, it's connected to spirituality. Others of you, it's to do with your responsibilities. For some of you, it's actually got to do with sex and your denying that you don't have this blockage that is making you you're just not facing this issue within your own self. You're kind of denying this issue rather than facing this issue, because it's going to take hard work to climb that mountain, and there is potential to get on to the other side as long as you have faith in yourself and that things will work out for me. The cross is all about destiny, so it's about having faith in yourself and knowing that as long as I persevere, I can overcome this. I can slay this dragon. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop taking the easy way out, and actually face this stuff. For a lot of you, it's got to do with this lily energy here, emotional intimacy, and what you truly, doing things that it's got to do with like long-term energy as well. So it's like for some of you, these things have been, going on for a long time within you, and that's why you're sort of denying that it's still an issue. For a lot of you, it's got to do with, being vulnerable and truthful to yourself about your emotions. For some of you, it's even got to do with, not, being in denial a little bit here about some sort of emotional intimacy that you want long term. And you're kind of telling yourself, it's weird. It's like you're telling yourself, I can get what I want emotionally long term by being the dragon and shooting flames over everything, but that just destroys it, and then you wonder why. It's because you need to slay those dragons rather than let them run free and just burn fire everywhere. You need to take a chance and invest on yourself. Okay, we have the clover here. Investing in yourself. Take a chance on yourself. It might feel like it's a risk. It's always a risk. We never know what the future is going to bring, but we we lose 100% of the opportunities that we don't take. So it's asking you here to take an opportunity, to take a chance, jump in the deep end, see where it takes you, because, high risk, high reward, and investing in yourself. And for some of you, that does definitely talk about backing off the social media, the devices stuff. It will really actually help you. But we'll have a look at career, see what's going on for you with work, career, finances. Aries, work, career, finances. What's going on for Aries with work, career, and finances? Anything they need to know? Moving on up. It's an older song from like the 90s or something. Moving on up, moving on out. Nothing can stop me. Moving up. Career is on the rise. New offers and opportunities. Salary increases. Going to the next level. Nothing can stop me. Resources. Be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. Use wisely and only as needed. Okay, so being careful of the overspending. Even if you get that salary increase, don't go and spend it all in one big go. Making sure you are sort of keeping some held for a rainy day. All right, so just hold back a little bit on the overspending on stuff you don't really need, Aries. I feel like your intuition knows you don't need those things. And especially too with Christmas so close, make sure you keep something in your pocket so that, don't overspend on gifts this Christmas. Like, yes, get gifts for the people that you love and you care about. But don't spend more money than you can afford on gifts, because at the end of the day, gifts aren't, monetary gifts aren't the real meaning of Christmas. Money's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, that's commercialism that wants us to spend all the money, and materialism, and you actually need to save some of your resources for yourself and your own survival and things like that. And like, what happens if you went and spent all your money on gifts for all your friends and family, and then you've got no money left, and then you realize that, oh, I forgot to buy something for that person and I cannot not give them a present. So now what do I do? You've got nothing still in the pocket that you can spare. So, I'm just sort of picking that up here, Aries. Just be careful with the overspending, because there might be some things popping up over Christmas, especially where you actually need that little bit of extra money. It's like you forget that I know here in Australia it's only like Christmas Day and then like one other day that the shops close, but like everybody goes crazy the day before, buying up everything in sight, feeling as though they're going to miss out or something. And it's like, but it kind of feels like you're the one that's missing something this time around, Aries. That if you go and spend all your money on Christmas presents, that you forget you need to go and buy milk, and so you've got no money for milk. It's just that kind of thing. Just be careful what you're spending on. Okay, but the career stuff is definitely on the rise. So for some of you, I'm getting, new offers. I am picking up for some of you, you might be headhunted from another company, kind of like, oh, we're so happy with the work that you've been doing. We want you to move to this department. We want you to, accept this promotion. We want you at our company, and we're willing to pay to have you. So for some of you, there is definitely some good opportunities coming your way. It's all about moving up and moving forwards. It's non-stationary. Keep your eyes up on the prizes, Aries. It's you don't need to be stuck where you are forever. There is opportunities that you can look into around yourself here, because I do feel for some of you, you're needing to look for them rather than them just dropping into your lap. you actually need to look for those opportunities. And when you do look, they are going to be there and you will get those opportunities. But you just actually need to be the one to look, to take the chance. Once again, we're seeing, you needing to take some action this week, Aries. You need to, jump in the deep end a little bit. Okay, what about love for our Aries? Anything Aries needs to know in regard to love? Definitely picking up someone in your energy here. I do have the loyalty card coming through, standing by each other through thick and thin. True love, devotion. I am actually picking up, Aries, that for some of you, this hasn't happened yet. Okay, and it's because we do have making magic coming through here. Trust, believe in love. Everything seems perfect and it's not an illusion. But this is about making the magic. All right, so I feel as though there's a little bit of work needed when it comes to love. So even if you are already in a connection, even if you haven't even met this person yet, it's asking you to remember that, the grass is greenest where you water it, that you need to be involved in making the magic here. That we can't be having one-sided things where, even though we've got that loyalty between us, it can't just be me with all the loyalty. Both parties need to, stand by each other through thick and thin. So I'm kind of picking up an energy of someone who is quite loyal and supportive, but then they're not getting that back. So asking yourself, who needs to do the work here? Who needs to help make that a little bit stronger? There is just a bit of work necessary with love, because we do also have the graceful dance, which that is inspire, hold, footing. But it's lifting each other during both high and low times. So both of these cards talk about support during the good and the bad. All right, and that's in wedding vows, right? So if you're married to this person or you want to get married in the future, that is a vow that you need to be willing to make, through sickness and in health. I'm going to be here for you, so I'm here to support you, whether you're having a bad day or whether you're having a good day. All right, so needing to just think about that, and who needs to do the work here, Aries. Who needs to be a little bit more supportive, who needs to, maybe I'm picking up, for some reason I'm picking up communicative as well. Someone needs to communicate a little bit more, to kind of show the loyalty, show that I'm here for you. You need to tell this person I'm here for you. Maybe they just don't feel it. All right, so I'm picking up that for a lot of you it may be you needing to do the work, but it's for some of you it's just as simple as letting this person know, look, I'm willing to be here. I'm going to be here, thick and thin, highs and lows, sickness and in health. And they just need that reassurance is I'm picking up here. But I'm not saying there's an actual issue there. It's just needing to just put in that little bit of extra work to make sure we're on the same page. All right, but that's what we have for you today, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.